Hello, co-creators. I'm Kelly Keith. I'm a spiritual happiness life coach. And this is the third video to my Egypt tour trip that I took for 15 days. So I tried to make it 2 videos. Well, there's 6 hours of footage, so I had to make it into 3 after all. So at the beginning of this, when I said I was doing 2, I'm actually doing 3 for this, and that's it. They are long. I just wanted to try to make them and get it like out there to you as quickly as possible. And I didn't want to take up too much space on my channel just because. But I hope you enjoy the video and, get a new perspective through my eyes, from my perspective of Egypt. That was the whole process of this, recording the whole trip was so that way I could share it with you. And just realizing that the pyramids definitely were not built by regular men. They were built with help from extraterrestrials, and realizing that we are just a small cog in the wheel of life, that you should just always be forever growing and learning and changing. And I hope you enjoy the video, and that's pretty much what I have to say. Thank you for watching all 3 if you did. And if you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And also hit that notification bell so that way you can be notified when I post new videos. Bye for now.
Shit, everything goes through. But that's okay. That's
What was here inside? Here, as you see, the holy part. The Mamisi is the birth part. All the kings needed a legitimation from the gods. That's why in all the temple we will find the Mamisi. In Hathor temple we have Mamisi. In Isis temple, all the temple dated back to that time. Hathor pillar, some liquid offering, the Rabian is bringing offering to the god. Of course, like other temple, this temple was used in the Christian time, so they destroyed all here, the figures were destroyed by that time, by the Christian time.
Did the Christians occupy every single temple? Has she?
They didn't occupy it, but by that time, the Egyptian Christian, they were Orthodox, and the Roman were occupying Egypt, and the Roman was Catholic. So it was like a civil war. So they had to escape the city and move to the temples. So they used the temple to live in the temples and to turn it to a church.
And destroy the temple.
And they destroyed the figures, of course, because it's non-Christian figures, it's non-Christian icons. So,
That's what all those marks are on the
yes.
bodies.
We have here, as we said, the temple, the duality of the temple. The temple is a symbol for Abba and Lower Egypt. All the rituals, the king do the ritual twice. Once with the crown of the double crown, or by sometimes they have here one, the Lower Egypt crown, and one belong to the Upper Egypt crown. But it's always the same, left and right, duality. And what the God here in the hand, what was this? What's he's holding? This sign ending with the frog is he's giving millions of years. This the God who giving time, years.
Okay. You want me to take one of you?
To Edfu. We have here the wind in Egypt is the opposite direction from the floating of the Nile. The Nile is floating from the south to the north, but the wind from the north to the south. So when you see he's opening, he is sailing, that means he's sailing with the wind.
Which
From,
is north
from,
to the
from
south.
north to the south, from Hatho temple to Edfu. When he, yeah.
So no sail, floating?
No sail, it means he's floating with the Nile, but against the wind. It means from the south to the north. The end and the bark will be carried into the temple. Of course, a lot of information we know about how he built the temple.
I have a question.
Do the Muslims still hold any animosity towards the Christians for ruining their temples? Animosity, anger.
We,
Muslims for defacing your heritage.
what bring us now? That will not help us, of course. We are very sad about what happened, of course, but the Christian who lives now, they have nothing to do with the past.
Fair enough.
Okay, go inside. Feel the energy. what we have here on the two sides, one is shop. The baristas make the holy oils. They make the mixtures to all kind of disease, to make healing, and the people come inside the temple and buy it from here. They have to earn some money for the temple, of course. So on this side, that was the shop, which they keep the mixtures and sell it. Completely under sand till 1887, till a French Egyptologist, Mariette, came and started to free the temple from the sand. That's why, of course, as they lived in the temple, they used the temple as a home, as a church, and with running, cooking the food and using the fire. The ceiling, as you see, is totally black. Yes.
From the cooking?
Yes, fire making. Yes. Yeah.
It's called soot.
But like it's not all the way.
This is horse's
And
home.
it's not halfway in the sand, and the rest people were using it.
The temple symbolized the cosmos, symbolized Egypt. So, when we start to build the temple, it has something to do with the first time. The first time Abba God created the earth. Abba God created our world. Once every year, Egypt, the land of Egypt, will be reborn again. Why? Because we have once in a year for like 3 till 4 months the floating. So the floating is a symbolic for the first time. Water all over. There's nothing except water. Then as the floating return back, it's less water, the earth is coming again. And when the floating comes, of course, it's clean the earth from any disease, from any insect, and so on. And Egypt is back again, the land is raising out of the water. It's like the first time. That time he started to build the temples. Now he's doing the measurement of the temple, that's the king, doing the measurement of the temple in front of a goddess with a star and 7 plates. Is Sishat. Sishat is the goddess which measure the temple and responsible for the numbers and measurements in Egypt. And after that, after he making the land for the temple, he's trying to spread the sand and do it all over the temple in front of the god Horus and his mother Isis. Here, spreading the sand. Horus is watching with the double crown.
What is this?
Sand.
Oh, okay.
Sand. So first, when you build the temple, you need enough sand, of course. And here, it's not clear, but he's doing some rituals in front of Horus. He makes the ritual at the king of Lower Egypt and once at the king of Upper Egypt.
So lower is like earth plane. Lower is like earth plane. Like earth. Upper is cosmos. Is that what you're saying?
Egypt was divided in Upper Egypt and Lower Egypt. The Nile Delta in the north, Cairo and around Cairo, that was Lower Egypt.
Okay.
And because the Nile River is floating from height to down, so it's floating from the south to the north. Till now, when we see, I will go to Luxor, we say, I will go high to Luxor, to Upper Egypt.
Thank you.
Okay.
I was thinking of coordinates.
So if he showed himself as the king of Lower and Upper Egypt, it means I'm the king of the whole Egypt. Not only Upper.
So it's kind of like we say south and north.
Exactly.
Yes.
I thought it was like
Here?
the cosmos.
Yeah, right.
What he is doing here, till now we make the same. When he built a church on or a project, so the president come and put the first stone, celebrating the first stone.
That's the first one.
He's forming the stones.
Oh, he's cutting it or something?
Yes, he's forming it.
Forming it how?
Yeah, what kind of tool is that?
It's an
Because
instrument.
the stone is made of mud brick. The Nile mud, it's mud brick.
Okay. So he cuts it in or forms
Yes.
it.
And here, after he starts, he's doing once again the measurement in front of the goddess Sishat with the panther to make sure that everything correct. Sishat.
She's helping him because she has the same tool.
Yes, she's helping him to do the measurement. Only the goddess, he will never succeed in doing the right measurement.
You need the goddess to help.
Yeah.
The masculine and the feminine.
And now he's forming the different stones. And after that, after he finished, he's dedicating now the temple to the god Horus. This is what we call it the decree or the papyrus. And in this papyrus, it's written that in day the 24th of August, he started the temple and finished, and the temple dedicated to Horus.
Is he giving Horus the papyrus?
Yes, he's giving this papyrus.
To Horus.
Now Horus will be the owner of the temple. Library only to read, but in the library you need what you need in the library.
Food.
You need
Donuts. Latte.
we use in the library talking, hearing, seeing, hearing, smelling, and understand. Yeah, our senses here, the four senses.
Wow.
Egypt. So the pillars symbolize they are coming out of the Nile. The different flowers, different planets here.
And what about this?
It's Ankh, and the two signs is Seneb. Ankh, Seneb. Life, eternally life, and healthy. Yes. And that's much away difficult than the relief. In front of this Sishat, Horus, again, spreading the sand.
Oh, these are perfect.
And the stones.
None of them have been chipped away.
So the king is bringing frankincense of the holy bag. And we see here, it's very interesting to see. The priesters here shown like not really skinny, but really fat. And they made some research on the mummy of the priestess. They found they were fat because they were eating a lot of meat. Of course, all the offering, every day offering to the god, and every day eating meat. So they had some problem with their health according to the food which they have been eating. The bark of horse here is carried by the priest and the king himself. He's helping here, and the king is wearing the panther there, the lion skin. He is now representing the higher priest.
Where's the lion?
Here. Here is the tail of the lion,
Okay.
and here we see inside we have the nose, and the bark. The nose is older than the timber itself. It's from the old timber, and this is back to the 13th dynasty of the King Tutankhamun II. But the bark, it's made by that time, as we found the temple, 1887. It means it's old now. But he used the inscription to recognize how big and how it looks like, and he managed to make a similar boot, a similar bark as the original one. Was the first, when they found the temple, of course, the first thing which the thieves going after is a statue of the god, because it's gold, and the bark, the golden bark. Come, it's written here. Nifa Bitah.
Nafa Bata.
Nifa, it means the beautiful. Bitah is the god Bitah. God Bitah is always shown as a mummy. God Bitah.
Bata.
And we have here look, he's shown an old man as the sign of wisdom. And with the God, with the wisdom, you know everything that we know coming from God, Tuhut, Juhuti, here, the Ibis form. Juhuti, or Tuhut. This one,
Horse.
no?
No.
Here the name of the god, Huhu.
Ho ho.
God Huhu. I never heard about it. It's a local god, actually. Huhu.
Oh,
And this god, it's Shu, the god Shu, god of the air. Shu,
are they shoes?
Shu. Without S, please.
Oh.
It's not shoes, Shu.
Shoe. Shoe.
Shu. And different other gods.
Okay.
They don't matter.
Here, offering the holy water.
Oh. Yes. Holy water.
Here, Hathu sistrum, horse, and behind him his mother, Isis. Where's Osiris here? He's now coming to fight the last battle. He trying to get revenge of this battle. He wants, of course, the assist of his mother.
Hello, co-creators. I'm in the Horus, Temple of Horus. One of the rooms in here. They have it all lit up. It's been such an adventure. Bye for now. Can you see my shadow?
Do you want a picture with your shadow?
Sure. Sorry.
A very strong floating took the half of the temple. As you see, that's the Mamizi, or the rest of the Mamizi. We knew that when you enter the temple, the first pylon and the second pylon, then the Mamizi and the temple. That means starting from here, the temple lost almost the half of the temple. This temple is unique because it's a double temple in one temple. Temple for two gods, for two triunity. So we have everything doubled. We have the double axe, we have everything doubled here. One for the god Sobek, the god of creation, and one for the god Horus. The triunity of the god Sobek is Sobek, Hathor, and Khonsuhor, and on the other side was standing the other triunity with Horus and Ta Sinet Nefert, and the sun is Ba Neptawi, the lord of the two lands. The area called Komombo, that's what the name of the temple, and Komombo comes from the hieroglyphic word Enibu, means gold, or the place where the gold is, because it was very important for the trade between Egypt and Asia. We have, let me show you here first. Let's give you an idea how they connect the stones together. That's old at the temple. The temple is dated back to 180 BC till 45 BC. They connected the stone with wooden, or in the late time with iron. Massive, and it's 2,000-3,000 years. Tuhut and Horus. And I explained before why Tuhut and Horus. Anyone remember why Tuhut and Horus?
Wisdom and power.
And power. Strength. So, the water is a symbolic for the Ankh and the Was, the two symbols, one for the eternal life and for the health. A very beautiful scene. For the king in front of two halls. The one is house where Hawiyas, house the elder, and the one is house. It's the young and house the elder. And he managed to show the difference between the two halls. We have here the different halls, the young man, and here if you see the belly and the face and the foot is the older one. Is the king receiving the Ankh, the eternal life from the goddess? And what is this god? What's the name? No. If you see the inscription, it's snake, Jed Medu N, as words to be spoken by, and after the snake, the throne. That's Isis. That's why I told you, you have to read the text. It's not always, not any lion head is Sekhmet. It's taking the shape of Sekhmet, but this is Isis.
And she has no wings.
Wings.
Isis has wings.
If the god standing has no wings.
I see.
Wings, it means protection.
Okay.
So you'll find the vulture like this, the eye of Ra with the two wings.
Oh yeah.
That's mean protection. Mostly at the pylon or the gate is the sun disk with splitting wings and two cobras, mean protection.
Okay.
We have here, but at that time we explained the conflict between the Ptolemaic, the kings, and the priests. Stay away, you are not Egyptian. And here, this bird, Rekhit, is the symbol for Rekhit, which means the people, all you people. Dua Rekhit. Nib. Dua Rekhit. All you people are praying for, usually by the time of Ramses II, you will see the name of Ramses. All your people praying for you. But here, you see, all the people praying, they never wrote the name of the king. It was like a demonstration, you are not the king here. Stay away from the temple.
I have a question. It's gonna sound like it's a jokey question, but I'm serious. But on the men and the women, the booty, the butt.
Yeah.
See how it's drawn small and low on the men, and then the butt is high is on the women? Is there a reason why they do that? Instead of drawing all of them the same?
It's not the same. The body of the woman is not the same like the body of the man.
Well, yeah, but they don't really ever show like breasts or, you know what I mean?
They are showing breast in most of the
Yeah, there's
temples.
some.
Are there some?
Some offering different things to the god. The god Horus and the god Sobek. Second register, that a queen shown herself with two different men. So the Queen Cleopatra II and Cleopatra III, sister, mother and sister, and Ptolemy's VI, he married to both of them. And Cleopatra II killed her mother and married to Ptolemy's VI, the eighth, excuse me, Ptolemy's the eighth. And inside the temple, you will see her with Ptolemy's VI. So it's shown twice at the temple, once with Ptolemy's VI and Ptolemy's the eighth. And we see here, it's not Egyptian anymore. They are wearing the dress, the Roman dress, and the shawl. It's not typical Egyptian, it's Ptolemaic or Rome, Greek Rome. And the faces, if you see the faces, you will see they are different. The nose are different, the eye are different. That's because they were not Egyptian. He is receiving the sword of Horus, and Horus is carrying the symbol of 1,000 years. He is giving 1,000 million of years. And we have here two goddesses giving the throne to the king. The one with the lower Egyptian crown, and the other with the upper Egyptian crown.
How did Cleopatra kill her mother? With a sword.
By that time, we have all the Cleopatras, all the Ptolemaic, they were killed. The one killed his father, and the other killed his uncle. It was like a very
Masochism.
yeah, a very bloody time.
Here's a little
Um,
karma there.
The last one, Cleopatra, the Thebans, the famous Cleopatra, they fight 23 wars against her brother Ptolemy the 13th, till Caesar helped her.
So we're at a temple that is the sacral chakra, and it's about learning how to balance differences in peace.
It's calendar for the priests which they used for their festival, for their feast, and we have here the number 11, and we learned this from Edfu, and 1010 it means 22, and the sun disk is representing the day 22, day 23, and so till when he comes here, it's this phalos means bah, it means finished, the end of the month, and then the feast, and then starting the first. He didn't wrote 1 point at the first, so he's writing the first day of the month, then the second day, the third day, and the fourth day, and so on.
Nice.
In front of Horus and the wife of Horus. The crown still remaining of the original colors here, and the king above is offering all the gods. He's offering here Sphinx. And once again he's wearing sandals, typical Greek Roman time. Greek Roman dress. The first time we see this dress at the temple. Horus is writing these occasions. He's giving many of years, 1,000 or million, and we have here the frog, which means 100,000 years.
Where's the Sphinx?
The Sphinx is here. The second register.
Oh.
The holy of the holiest.
Yeah, and we have two, of course, as everything in the temple. We have the one for Sobek, the one for Horus, and it was used here at the healing hospital. So people comes here and staying at this point, saying the problem which they have, and the priest is standing behind, and he speak or he answer or he give the answer to the questions. You got the answer? We have the story that the holes here were full of water and there were a crocodile. So part of the crocodiles.
Down
About-
there.
Yes, a part of the training that they go and come from the other side. Or to sit in the dark till they get over their fear.
Wow.
From here to there.
That's some shit.
In the dark,
Sit with crocodiles to get over your fears, guys. I think doing mushrooms is easier.
we have here 7 chapters. For each one is headed to a certain god. You can go inside and feel the energy. Not all of you. At the same time, be the bark of Horus and the bark of Sobek. Represented the Bin stone. As a store for the different statues of the kings, of the gods, and every chapel is related to one god. To keep the
To keep
I
what?
believe to keep the treasure of the gods.
Oh, it held treasure in there. Of course.
What they used,
In the
what
right next to the holy of the holiest.
because what they used at the temple, what they used at the rituals, like frankincense, the statue of the god, and other stuff, they keep it here. The 7 chapels.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. See the spiral?
Whew. That made me dizzy.
As they kept in Edfu a living falk as a symbol of Horus, they kept here that symbol crocodiles.
More crocodiles?
Yeah. We found more than 100 of mummies of crocodiles here, that temples.
Wow.
So there's 2 different stories about this tunnel. Once it's a Nilometer, so they have to measure the Nile, because according to the floating, according to the Nile, was the taxes. So if we have more water, that means we'll have more production. It means more taxes. And the other story was for living crocodiles here. Or both. Time they mentioned what they used, the different story. The first one in the mummification, or it's a medicine, in practicing medicine, making recipe. I'm not sure if they have magic mushroom by that time. Maybe.
Magic mushroom.
So we have here the two sisters, Isis and Nephthys, and the king is making praying in front of the god. And what we have here? What we have here? The two spoons to take the ingredients, and this one you will see it in Aswan. We call it loof. What we use it to wash ourselves. Loofah. Yeah. So we have here scissor. See ya?
Yeah. Scissors.
And this one,
A book.
it's not a book. By that time they didn't know the book. It's papyrus. So it's papyrus.
A papyrus.
Papyrus, yeah.
Okay, rolled up.
And this one?
A crystal ball.
No crystal balls.
No crystal balls.
No crystal balls.
What?
No crystal balls. What is this?
It's new generation stuff?
Esther. Esther.
What is it?
What's the meaning of schrubben? Schrubben. It's not, but schrubben in the medicine way. You know this?
Looks like
You-
a crystal ball.
You make fire and yeah. Yeah. This too.
That is ancient
Yeah, very ancient.
Japanese.
And what is this? So different instrument which they use for the medicine. And of course, this chair to give birth. Yeah.
Makes sense.
And the weight, the two weights.
Oh wow.
The holy
The
oils.
jars for the oil.
Holy oils.
Massive, very big, but the proportion is still very good condition.
Can I touch it?
You can touch.
Like how deep in that is?
This is
Look, Brian.
the
Who is a stumpet? Got some nice strong legs, bud. Got some nice strong legs, bud.
I heard.
this might be Nephthys, not the Isis. Nephthys is the sister.
Which one?
Sister of Isis.
Have her back?
So the details, the small details of the feet.
Where'd she go? Oh, there she is.
Then we have here, exactly here, the middle of the temple. That's different. That's the enemy lying down, the stomach, and with the hand bending.
Who is lying down?
The enemy.
The enemies.
Oh, they have
Yeah.
them hogtied.
Yeah.
Nice.
And here, you want to see here in the middle of the temple exactly where the part of Hoth, one part for Subik, and we have here the four. We find in the Christianity the four, the falk and lion, bull and falk. Symbolize the four sides, the four direction of the wind, north, south, and so on.
Okay.
Statue of Ma'at,
Nah.
which is here, Ma'at, again here. Ma'at with the feather.
What's this symbolize?
This is the eye of horse, and this is the feather with 2 feet.
Crocodile Museum. There were mummies at the bottom of that well that I just showed. They were preserved so good. Look at that. They unwrapped them. It's just amazing. 133 BC years old. And look at them. They're not dust yet. It's just amazing. Their preservation. Resins and oils. Nice. Yeah, you can tell it's just
Thank you. It's beautiful.
Thank you for saving us.
You guys are going on YouTube.
See you later. I missed it. It says Modest something loading dock. But apparently it's only one spot.
Originally from Canada?
Originally, his ancestry, his bloodline is Ukrainian. Ukrainian.
This is the view from my hotel room at the Paramesa Isis Island.
So cool.
Kelly,
Yeah.
you want?
No, thank you.
Keeps handing it to me, so I figured I'd try it.
Hello, co-creators. So I'm here at the Isis temple. Finally made it. Had to take a boat to get here. So let's have some fun. Let's watch the sunrise on the Isis island in the Isis temple. Whoa. Hello. Magical. Absolutely. A dream come true. see through my eyes. Co-creators. Hear through my ears.
Very low. As Abu Simbel really disassembled the temple in over 29,000 pieces. Okay. And remove it. It was difficult than Abu Simbel because as they chose the island and started to remove the pieces, they discovered that the island is smaller than the temple. So they had to make it bigger, and they built a dam around the island and extend the island till it's fit, and they remove the whole temple. You can see till now the remarks on the small pieces with numbers, and you can see also the dark stones. That means it was underwater. So the temple was underwater for many years, and at one of the Nubian temples of the 7 temples which the UNESCO removed or relocated to save the Nubian temple. This temple is the most powerful temple, and it dated back to Ptolemaic time, but we have that kiosk belongs to the Nectanovus, a king from the 13th dynasty. That means that the temple will rebuild, or a fragment of the temple was older than the temple itself. The temple, as we see, is dated back to Ptolemaic and Greek-Roman time. Isis and the next island belonged to Osiris, and according to the Egyptian thought, they believe that the Nile, the Holy Nile, began from that point. Isis, Osiris, and the Nile comes from the tears of Isis. That was holy water because of the tear of Isis. So this temple called the first time, the beginning of everything. Everything began here. So Isis is the powerful goddess which exists from the very early beginning, the first of the gods. And she had the power of all gods. She had the power of Amun, as he poisoned the god Amun. And she has, as the god of magic, she had, of course, the medicine. But she asked him to give her his real name. So
Which was Ra too.
Ra is not the real name.
Oh.
The god has a hidden name. If you know the name, you will have his power.
Right. I thought it was Ra.
Ra is.
She tricked Ra.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
And
But it wasn't.
as at the end he give her the real name, and the text says, since that time, she had his power. She's the one he can see. She can see everything, as he complained to the gods that the uncle of Horus will try to kill him, and all the gods asked her, how can you see that? And she said, I'm the man who can see everything, the past and the future. No other gods had so much power as Isis. At this temple, one of the temples, of the many temples which turned to a church at the Christian time, but even before that, the Christianity begins in Egypt like 170 EC, but this temple was intact till 537 BC, AC. That means a parallel to the Christianity, there was the worship of Isis. So Isis was more powerful than the Christianity and the Greek Roman, as the Roman occupied the whole world, but they never managed to overcome this culture, the cult of Isis, and Isis became an international god. Isis has different temples outside of Egypt, in Greece, in Rome, in Germany, and all over Isis was there. The Mamizi, one of the best preserved Mamizi, and we said the Mamizi is the birth hall.
Allah.
Oh,
The birth, Isis giving birth to Horus and hide him in the Nile Delta. The king offering the gods, Sphinx, and the Ma'at. Isis breastfeeded Horus, or the king in the form of Horus. The sister of Isis, Nephthys, and Osiris. Here, what we have here is offering a deer, symbol of Set. That means he managed to overcome the bad energy. Isis, who is a child. The king in front of the god of creation, Ptah, full moon, god of the Nile.
Hisham, what's below the window?
That,
No, you had it already. Yeah.
this one, Isis and Horus and the lotus flower.
Oh. And it's the same on the other.
Why the lotus flower symbol? The lotus flower at the very early beginning, we said the lotus flower comes from the Nile, opened, and in the lotus flower was the god. That means all the god, it's like giving birth from the lotus flower. That's symbolic here.
Isn't
the
that
first time.
similar to Hinduism with the lotus flower creation myth?
I don't know. I'm not very well to the child. and Amun is giving her L'Ankh sign. And of course, when the child is giving birth, he has not yet his power, so he needs protection. All the gods standing here and try to protect the child, the baby, till he get to his power. The child I have a very interesting scene. The child will be given the moon. And the moon and the stars and everything. Here, in front of the, will be reduced to the different gods. Here, Isis on the bed, having birth. And many gods are helping. On the other side, the many different gods are there to help. And here, Renum, the god Renum, the god of creation, who formed all human beings.
Wow.
He's giving him a shape.
Wow.
And Haqa, this god, is a frog-headed god, is giving life to him. So he will be formed at the shape, and then the soul, the life, the soul will be given through this frog-headed god.
Can you point out the god that you said was?
Here, Renum, the god Renum,
No, the
and
Yeah.
and he's giving form to the child. So the body, and then the soul will be given through this God in form with Ankh sign. It's always breathe your life through your nose. Tuhut is writing everything and presenting the new child to Isis. First, Tuhut, it's like the Holy Virgin Mary, as she became the news that she will be pregnant, and she was shocked because she was virgin. Something similar to Hud informed Isis, you will have horse, and then she will be a companion to the birth hall through the god Renum and Haqa, the god with the frog-headed god. Making the baby, making the child, the god is here in last scene with Isis. And here the god is represented as the god Amun, not Osiris, because Osiris is already dead. So she's having the child with the god Amun. In a combination which really rare to find. We have the lotus pillars or the Hathor pillars. Now we have both. We have a combination between the lotus, papyrus, and Hathor. 537 AC, this temple was taken by force, by military force, and was turned into a church. The altar and the cross. The same like the Freemasons used to have in the early time. The church was dedicated to the holy soul of the Holy Stephen, or Stephen. Repeat. Dua. These three signs never keep. All your people are praying.
To no one.
To no one, yeah.
Why
But
is that in?
Greek Roman time.
This whole temple was built in the
Yeah,
Ptolemaic.
Again, the cross.
Freemason.
That's made later.
Oh, seriously?
That's the same cross which the Freemasons had used.
Then Freemasons worked at taking over? Is that the case? Or were they,
No, they used the same symbol. They used the same cross, the same symbol. But
Right.
the idea of the Freemason comes from Egypt as well.
It came from Egypt. It formed from Egypt.
And was it a good thing?
It's mysteries. They represented the mysteries.
Ah,
Yeah.
but are they good to date?
Yeah, they're still
I know they are, but are they, do they
It's the same.
work
That's the holy of the
for
Practice.
the good of all human beings? Do they work for the good of all human beings, or do they abuse their?
At the
the
beginning,
bin stone.
Benben stone. Yeah.
Bin
The
bin.
Benben stone's black.
The Benben stone.
This one's red.
We have two stories. At the beginning, the lotus flower comes from the holy water, or the Benben stone comes from the holy water. We have the most beautiful scene, Isis of Osiris. Isis spreading her wings, protecting Osiris. And the king offering both of them. The eye of Horus, which we call it the Ujat eye.
That's what I thought I saw.
Yeah. It's a symbol for everything ill and be healthy again. So all the doctor, all the medicine in the old time, when they wrote their recipe, they draw first the eye of Horus. The eye of Horus, the story tell, Seth takes the shape of a pig and hide himself. As Horus came, he attacked him, and the eye of Horus, he lost one of his eyes. Then he went to his mother, the god of magic, and she healed his eyes once again. So that's what we call it, the Ujat eye, or the eye of Horus.
Ujat.
Yeah. The lotus flower to Osiris, Isis, and the child Horus. Child naked with this hairdress
As
and one
above.
finger in the mouth.
Oh
Which
my
means-
gosh.
Yeah.
What's that finger in the mouth?
That means a child.
Oh, wow.
naked with this special hairdress and the finger in the mouth. So the king is offering the Trinity of this temple, but other Trinity as well. With this, anyone know this God? Here is his name. Shu.
Oh, right.
Shu, the god of air. Shu,
What is this stuff, Pete? Oh my gosh.
Seth, Met,
Darn.
and Ra. And another, the child, Isis, Osiris. The basin, stone, and the holy bar. Yeah.
It's usually on that.
Yeah. Offering to different goddess.
The king who?
The king Ptolemaeus. When we find this lion, it means El, because the Egyptian, the old Egyptian before the Ptolemaic, they didn't have El. The letter of air is coming with the Ptolemaic. Ptolemy.
Which the lion means
Ptolemaeus.
strong,
L.
but it
The
just
letter
means
L.
L.
Yeah.
Okay.
In this case, it's the letter of L. If you have a cartouche with the letter of L, you will see that's Ptolemaic or Cleopatra, because the letter of L. So he's offering here, what is this? The two small jars, which we call it noon jars, for the oils, the holy oils.
Moon jars.
Yeah, and the goddess with that's not the throne.
Crocodile.
No, it's like the facade of a house.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the sister of Isis, Nephthys.
Oh, that's
Or
your sister.
The sister, yes, Nephthys.
Ah.
Here's the Isis. Here Nephthys. Here is the local gods belong to Nubian. He's offering frankincense, Sphinx. Here he's making the dance in front of the Isis again with Actor Sistrum.
Sacred oils would they put in this? What type of name? Would they just multiple many different kinds?
They have thousands of oils. They have many thousands of mixed oils.
Okay, so it wouldn't be any specific.
So the oils and the frankincense is that's a very long story.
I see, okay.
They have different recipes.
I see.
We saw this whole room.
Right, but
in the
when you
temple.
clarify it a little bit.
Is it moon?
There's books on it.
Babian.
There's books on the oils for the gods.
What is that? The baboon?
Oh, the baboon means the sunrise and the sunset into the underworld.
It means, in this occasion, it means the time. He's giving here the time. Because the baboon, he had a very strict daily life. And in certain times, he go and make his things. And you can tell the time from the daily life of the baboon. So the baboon represents the time. The watch, it's like the watch. He's giving her a watch.
That's awesome.
And here it's very rare to see that's a Nubian goddess, not Egyptian. Nubian belonged that time to Nubian, but they are different now.
How do you know the difference? The hat?
The hat, yes.
Okay.
You said there's Isis, Nephthys, and who's the third one?
This is Isis as well.
Oh, again Isis. Okay.
No, you mean
Her sister.
yes, Isis.
Uh-huh.
This is Isis and This is Nechbet here, the name Nechbet.
Nice.
And this is
That's awesome.
Well, yeah, but he did, those are green. Right?
What does the owl mean?
this is Hathor. Here, the name.
What does
Sorry?
the owl mean?
That's the letter of M.
And
M.
Remember at the jewelry store and it had the
Yeah.
Yeah.
symbols for the letters?
I don't know what that.
Oh, well,
Like the M.
well, I might.
I have
an
it
extra one.
right here.
Sphinx as a necklace. You see it? Yeah, yeah. Chi means giving. Giving, this necklace.
And it has the
And which side
See.
is this over here?
right there.
Is it the sky god?
Is the same. In this room is the same God. Is the
So
same,
you can read their names on the walls.
the same king.
We're going to Hathor.
Yeah. He was a good wife. Belonged to Horus, his wife Horus, and the name of Hathor, Horus in the front. In this temple, we said Hathor is the goddess of what? Music.
Music, sound, throat chakra.
Yeah, very good. Here, the priest playing flute. This means Rechit, again Neb Rechit. All you people praying for you. The God is giving here the necklace, Hathor necklace. Another priest playing another instrument, music instrument. The story here is Hathor, the goddess of music and joy and laugh. She was very upset from the Egyptian and she left Egypt and went to Nubian. And since that time, there was nobody in Egypt laughing. There was no music and all the people were sad. She complained to the god Ra. They all complained to the god Ra to bring her back, to bring the joy and laugh again to Egypt.
What was the name again?
Hathor. Hathor. So he sent his best man, of course, the old fox, to Hut, the god of wisdom, to convince her to get back to Egypt, and he did all his best, and he returned with her. So in this cabin we see they are welcoming her, music again in Egypt, and the god Bes, the god of joy and wine, is playing music. They are happy again in Egypt. they start all to laugh again. Yeah, very interesting scene. A baboon playing music instrument. They are all happy again. Playing music here. And all repeat, all your people, all
your people pray to.
pray to Hathor.
And offer oils, special oils that represent her, right? So whenever it's burned,
Yeah.
we know that
So each god.
we're calling in Hathor. Special oils for each god. These are the special oils for Hathor.
Sit down there.
This and it's bringing many offers. That's a really very important ritual. What we see here is like a man sitting and carrying the sky. This is the sky. This one representing between the earth and the sky. We have air, and the god Shu is divided the earth and the sky, and he is holding the sky and preventing not to fall on the ground. And that was a very important ritual which the king has to make to prevent that the sky will fall down on the earth. Representing the god Shu. With this temple is our last temple, and from any other temple, you know, the female energy.
The feminine.
Energy.
Feminine.
Sorry?
The feminine.
The feminine energy. She's the one. She brings back her husband, give him life again. She protected him. She went after him till Lebanon. She catched him, returned to Egypt. She's the one. She protects the child. She's holding the whole energy. This energy which makes the whole world coming forth. Write your name.
Hello. We're about to leave the Isis temple. All of these chairs like stadium seating in front of the goddess Isis temple, where they probably hold rituals. We just realized that there's a bunch of cats on this island because it's a feminine island, and all the other islands they have dogs, stray cats and stray dogs. Look at all of them.
Back there, he was all lovey-lovey.
Get on a boat to get off this island. Yes, me and my parasol. Which is gorgeous. They're playing music for us. This is the music island. I want one. How much? How much?
Kingfisher.
We are at the beach at the Nile. It is told if you write your name in the Nile, in the sand, then you will always come back to Egypt. Oh, look at that! I just did. You will be part of the land if you do that. The sand is so soft. Softer than Huntington Beach, where I live. They actually have their stores in the sand. co-creators. I'm here with,
Hisham Basyuni.
he was our tour guide. How many tours do you do in a year, Hisham?
Around 50 tours.
52?
15.
Oh, 15. He does 15. And what's your favorite part of the Egypt tour that you do?
It's hard to tell what's my favorite part, but especially there's some temples I recommend, I really love, like the temple of Hathor and the temple of Isis. That's very special for me.
I love the Isis one too. And you have a skincare line that's out.
Yes, I have a manufactory in Egypt, and we are producing 100% natural
It's amazing.
oils.
It's amazing and natural products. What's it called?
Roots.
Roots. And how, if anybody wanted to contact you for a tour for your face products,
For the
could
tours,
they contact you?
for the tours, they can contact us per mail. It's info@lini-horizon.be. And for the skincare, it's roots4u.be.
All right. So you heard it here. It's the end of our trip. And thank you so much. You were such a great guide. Thank you. And bye for now, guys.